Test 1, 2. I have come to inspect the fruit counter. Welcome, Cat. How are you doing today? Give me just 1 second here. I mean, I've been trying to lower the fruit counter down a little bit, but it's still pretty high. You have to worry. Both Joanna and Lane and Billy keep me in check on days I don't stream Monster Hunter. I'm back. Alright, shall we get started then? So there is a little bit of stuff that I'm testing today. I'm hoping it all works. So if something seems off, please let me know. All right. Because today is kind of like the first time I've really experimented with this idea of using captions. But as a result, I'm now running like I'm using a different OBS system. So not everything is ported over correctly. It might be a little bit off. So if you guys like notice any kind of delay or anything like that, please let me know. Because otherwise I'll have to find a new system for going about this. What do you mean by captions? So if you look at the bottom of the stream, there is now an option that was not there before where it says captions with a little C at the bottom. So if you click on that, now you can go ahead and see exactly what it is that I'm saying on stream with subtitles. That is what I mean. You know, I've been having a lot of fun with this armor set. We're going to stick with it today. For at least a little bit. But yeah, I found out that my current OBS, or the OBS system that I had been using for years, does not really support captions, and that was really upsetting to me to find out. And so and I've been having some other issues with it in the past, just like not having nearly enough options in regards to what it is that I want to be doing. Ah, here we are. Oh my god, I got so much Melvin pudding. I've been hoarding the stuff. Ooh. Starting off with anomaly quests. I guess everyone's at that point in the game where they're just trying to raise AR. Which makes sense. But yeah. Do you want to confirm if that's working for you, Dope Cat? Captions are coming out and all that stuff. I need to get my weapon out of negative affinity. That's why I posted it. Ah, gotcha. Lobby settings. There we go. RSTVR. And obviously the captions aren't perfect. There's going to be some mistakes that are made every once in a while. But that's just the nature of handling stuff like this. Oh, there we go. I can still view chat like this. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Alright, stream has been set up proper. I don't like where that lobby ID is. Let me scoot that over. It is working. Perfect. That's what we like to see and hear, and, you know, mostly see. And there isn't like a weird echo in my voice or like a delay or anything like that. Oh my god, there is... Jesus. It's this cable. I'm getting the worst sound out of it. Oh, that's so bad. Static zone. I know, I'm fighting it right now. I had a voice lesson today with my teacher, and he was like, "What is that noise?" I think he thought it was his speaker system, but it was not. In reality, it was just... But yeah, everything coming clearly for you guys? Also, welcome Hellfire. How's it going? I feel like it's been a while since I've last seen you here. How's your day? What's new? So I did get the chance to watch the Nintendo Direct that happened the other day. Very exciting. I'm very excited for what is to come in that regard. On the Tears of the Kingdom grind. I mean, same. I wouldn't call it a grind right now. But, you know. At least for me. I only play a couple days a week. But when I do, I do. It's been super fun. Tears of the Kingdom is... It's actually a fun video game. There are very few video games that I've played where I'm like, you know, this is genuinely fun. Sometimes it feels like it's a task. Like on certain days. I spent 14 hours in one day on the game. Jesus. Yeah, you've clocked in probably more hours in that one day than I have. Like, you're just a couple hours shy of the amount of hours I've spent in the game in total for that one day. Because I think I've played a grand total of 18 hours at this point. Yeah, because we're on part 7 now. The stream. Oh, look at that monster go. He's just going wherever he pleases. Oh, sorry. Adjusting some things. Adjusting myself. There we go. Perfect. But no, I'm excited to be playing some Monster Hunter today. I know I said that I was planning on streaming GU tomorrow, but that's kind of up in the air right now. My day got really busy tomorrow. So depending on how things are going, I will let you guys know. Ooh, it'd be nice if we had some more people join this quest. That's not the right ability. That makes me sad. That was my heaven set. Or that was my status trigger. And that whiffed. Almost every hit of that whiff. Ooh, put him on the ground. What happened to Dopecat? Where did Dopecat go? Ah. Okay, so now that the actual combi music has started, it's actually quite hard to hear you. Ah, noted. I will adjust that in a second here. I'm playing with a new system now, so I'm trying to. Everything was set pretty well on the old one, so everything is now currently like a little wonky. Yeah, once the monster leaves the area, I'll do some level adjustment. Oh! That's it. Knock him back out. Oh! Yo, Chaos Death. How's it going? Sorry, I know I'm quiet. I'm currently in the process of adjusting that. Thank you, Interpret Heart. Woo. Yo, Luna, how's it going? Did you finish your stream? Was I there like pretty much all the way up until the very end? Oh, I knocked him out! But how are you doing today? Let me know if the captions are working for you well as well. Oh, no, I just threw myself off the cliff. Oh, that's no fun. At least I can run forever, you know. Thank you, Heaven Sent. Also, if anybody wants to hop in, we do have 2 open spots currently available. So Chaos Death, if you want to jump in here, you're more than welcome to. Hellfire. I know Luna, you just finished streaming, but you know, if you wanted to hop in too, you're more than welcome. Always invited. Ah. I'm on AR 180 something. I can join Anomaly 180 to 200. I am currently like somewhere in like 140, so I can. I don't know if I can do 200 Anomaly yet. This is 130 Anomaly though, so you know most people should be able to jump into this one. The only rule that I have is that if you jump in, you just gotta make sure that the quest that you're picking is something that everyone is able to do on. Give me 1 second here. Okay, that seems to be fine. Check, test. If I turn up the desktop audio, but turn the capture card down a little bit to like there. You are way below me. I am. I don't play that often. All right. Let me know once if that sounds better to you guys. Do I sound louder? Oh my god, Hellfire. Yeah, you are way up there. Again, I play this game not crazy often. Like, you know, I play it 2 times a week. That's how I've been playing this game since it came out. Oh, that is not the right button. Ugh! I'm still kind of hard to hear. Okay. Oh my god. Just trying to get the fire off of me and pine cones. My day. Baba's OBS has a mind of its own. I'm trying to play around with it. Is it happening here? No, that's muted. I could bring that all the way down. That might fix it. Turn the capture card back up. Turn my audio down in the game settings. I prefer not to do that because I need that for my sanity as well. Not my much, but it is still very loud. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay, test. No, that's not gonna work there. Streamlabs, desktop audio. See, this is why it's always good to test these things before stream. Let me try it like this. Okay, so that looks pretty normal to me over there. And then this audio is coming in from here. Streamlabs. Okay. Okay. This should not be happening because this is muted. If I muted that, no, that kills me. Test. I'll let me come back to it where I can play around with some music and then actually kind of listen back to the levels and such. I have a question. Is it better than it was before? Or did it not sound like it made any difference at all? Oh, come on. God, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. No AR, I will not be doing that. What was that? I just hurled myself up and over the monster. Like an imbecile. I mean, I could always just talk louder. That's an option as well. I don't have to be such a soft-spoken, you know, whatever I am at any given moment. Ooh, that flash saved my ass. Come on, go for a second para. Or third para. No. Grab the shinies. That's always helpful. Alright, is it Is it better if I just talk louder like this? There we go. No para. Come on. Nope. Oh, that was not nice of you. I'm kind of shocked that I got a KO on this monster. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Come on. Man, this monster is quite tanky. Oh, I guess I'm not doing that much damage. Ooh. Alright. We've only got one cart. You gotta play safe. Three times. God, I wish Windmill was a one art. That'd be so cool. But I totally get why it's not. That would be actually insane to have a one-hit hunting art like that. There we go. Going for big hits. Oh, man. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and play around with some settings here. Make sure that everything sounds right. Or can somebody tell me if I did manage to fix it? I can turn the capture card down even more. That's an option. Like, is that better? They're static again? Are you kidding me? Does my mic have a volume slider? Yes, but it is cranked. That's not the issue. I need to turn down the volume of the audio from the game. That's where the real issue is. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to get the volume any louder. I mean, I could technically turn the volume up here, like that, but that just raises the volume of everything, I think. I mean, unless I do something... Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, okay. Check this out. Okay, this might do it. How's that? Is that better? That looks way better. Okay, there we go. We figured out the issue. Sorry. Okay, that should fix it. Does everything sound right now? Does everything look right now? Am I even too loud now? I feel like I need to turn myself. Here, I can turn that up from me. Go over here, turn this back down a little bit more. Just like right around there. That should do it. And then I can kind of live here. I think that's the combination. Maybe the crackling is because the cable has a bit of internal damage. Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't have a way of fixing that right now. I have another cable sitting around here. I'm sure I could find another aux, or not an aux, but a 3-pin. But there's no way I'm going to be able to get that functioning for this stream. But I do think that you're right. It's either that or it's sitting on like a power outlet. Because, fun fact, electricity plays really not fun with sound cables. I don't even know what I'm signing up for. I don't know what this quest is. Okay, same quest. Oh, that's right, because we failed it. And I was joined. I knew exactly what we were doing. Alright. How does everything sound now? Are we a fan of these settings? Eat a fruit. Okay. I actually don't have fruit on me today, sadly, so we're just going to have to... It's fruit for the fruit counter. Sounds good so far? Okay, cool. I think this should fix it. I think everything is nice and... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Everything is nice and squared away. Everything is functional. Everything is... that we got no issues anymore, okay? We're good. There's no echo. There's the, you know, it's perfect. It's a perfect. Oh, I do need. Okay, no, that's turned up. That's turned up. That's turned up. Okay. Alright, and there doesn't seem to be like any kind of weird delay or anything between the gameplay, the game audio, and, you know, me. Really needed this after working on a report, falling down a rabbit hole of reading specific world crimes. No delay. Perfect! Oh my god. So for those of you who are curious, all of this... The reason why we're doing this is so that way I can include captions on the stream. I tried to troubleshoot a lot of this yesterday, but there's only so much you can troubleshoot on your own. I'll join you on Hub on Saturday if that's okay with you. Yeah, of course. You know, you do you. I mean, I'm still streaming today. I'll still be streaming Saturday. I might have tomorrow off because tomorrow's looking really busy and I need to go take care of a lot. I've got like lunch plans with someone who I've never met before. I've got I need to go swing by this one area in order to inquire about work. And then I'm going to a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that evening. So you down the rabbit hole on cults? Cults are interesting. I don't know, you know, the important thing is to not join one, per se. Or, you know, if you are going to join one, make sure that it's not one that's taking advantage of you. Because, in all honesty, right, what's the biggest difference between, you know, a cult and, I don't know, a club? You know, that, like... The thing with cults is that they normally exist to take advantage of people. So it's important to recognize when you're being taken advantage of and when you are and you know, or when you're just in a group with people who mutually enjoy each other's company. Can I do a spin the wheel challenge someday? I have no idea what that means. Like, I have a wheel with a bunch of challenges on it and then I, you know, have to execute said challenge. I don't know, that might be fun. Self-imposed challenges. Alright, he's around here somewhere. There he is. It's mostly stories about cults. There was one that was funnily going after 4chan users, which is just funny since 4chan is basically already a cult. 4chan isn't a cult so much as it's a It's a social media platform. But that doesn't mean that the people on there don't treat it like it's some, oh my god, that hit me. Something that it's not, you know? Oh my god. Alright, we are not carding here. Not today. We will heal. Everyone will get a nice big heal. He's not leaving the area, is he? No. Yeah, we're gonna float for a second. Oh. Where's all my para hits? There they are. Up, getting smacked around. Back up. Go in. Hit. Hit, hit. 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 Up. How goes the Charge Blade in GU? We don't talk about the Charge Blade in GU. The Charge Blade in GU is non-existent. I haven't gotten the chance to really play it. Yesterday I attended a Smash Bros. Tournament. Today I'm doing something very similar, which is attending a Smash Bros. Tournament. So I haven't really had the chance to play a whole lot of GU outside of that one stream where... Ah! Ow. I mean, I really love playing Monster Hunter. I just really don't have nearly as much time for it as people think that I do. Because just because I stream it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily good or have the most hours put into it, if that makes sense. GU I streamed a lot of back in the day. And that's part of the reason why, you know, my HR is as high as it is. Because that's my HR of like 6, 7, 8 years. That wasn't a hit that should have been possible to take. Oh my god. How about you stop doing that? How about you leave me alone? Super! Yeah! Invincible super. Oh my god. No, 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 no! I just threw myself into the canyon. Oh, that's nowhere near enough height. But that doesn't mean I've given up on Charge Blade and GU. Rest assured, I will figure out how that weapon works. And I will use it in a way that will not get me killed. And I contribute to the hunt in some, maybe not significant, but in some sort of way. Hey, there's Luna. Welcome back, Luna. We've been troubleshooting levels, like sound levels. I don't know if I missed your message. I went AFK to eat dinner. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Understandable. But yeah, no, we got it up and running. Now you can actually, you know, see what it is I'm saying while I'm playing on a stream. Oh, come on, you can hit this thing. I know you can. Small attack, big attack, knock him down. Turn around, mounted Punisher, I guess. Okay. Okay, good. We knocked him back down. Now please don't miss. Pog captions have arrived. It's been an adventure. Eventually I'm gonna get this set up in a different way. This is a really temporary solution, but it does work. And that is important. This means that I can indefinitely put it off until I no longer want to keep putting it off. Yeah, no, we're gonna bail. That's so nice. Yeah. I'm glad that you're a fan of it. There's you, and then there's the one other person who was in your chat the other day, who I think was also deaf. That I really wanted to try and get something set up like this, so that way everyone can feel included in regards to the stream, and it also allows me to communicate with you very easily in comparison to playing with like you and I can now communicate on a level very similar to the way that I communicate with everyone else in the chat. Come on. Yeah, another para. Let's even get a KO here too. Yeah. No sleep follow-up. AR is just... I tried converting this set into a blast set, but it did not work out all that well. I really wanted it to be fully functional. But, I don't know, the blast element just really... in my opinion, it doesn't provide that much more extra damage in this game. It's like nice if your weapon initially does damage, but mine doesn't. There we go. Jumping that in, hit him in the head. Nope. More slicing. Solid. Alright. This is not going bad. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. Collect some honey, collect some poop. Or, as the way that they like to put it in this game, dung. Alright. We're gonna show up and just get hit. No, I am not. Perfect. Spin move! Awesome. And now I can go ahead and sharpen my weapon because I would like to maintain white sharpness. Good stuff, good stuff. Go back, hit him. Ooh, knock him back out. Do it again. Oh, I got knocked out of the air before my second hit could kick in. It's alright. Status trigger really is, like, it only exists to, like, the joy I get out of it is just watching a whole bunch of, like, puffs of smoke come out of my weapon. Like, if they made a weapon that was designed to make a puff of smoke after a perfect dodge, I would love that. I would mess with it all the time. Just a purely aesthetic weapon. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't get hit there. Or there. We take those. Nope, flip. Oh, big whiff. Spin. Jump up, hit him, come back down, double hit. Hey, look at that. Dude did not stand a chance. And now, my cat can finish off the job. Come on, fire. That is... I can't tell if he hit or not. The number didn't pop up, but it didn't. He did get knocked down. Maybe on somebody else's screen got hit, and so people are just like, the gamer's like, you know, we'll put the property on him. What? How did my ability get activated? Spin move. Spin move. I'm getting hit by that. Okay. Wake up. Thank you. I should probably heal. I don't want to be the one who carts here. Just because he's close to death. Nope. Oh my god, Elman nearly flew into a pine cone. There we go. Solid hunt. Great first hunt of the day. Because the last one didn't happen. AR, for a second there, I legitimately thought that you were a cat. Like, and not like dressed like a cat, but like you were a palico with a bow and arrow. And I was like, that is the coolest palico weapon I've ever seen in my life. Alright, now we can drink some tea. Did I add a tea bag? I did not. I'm sitting... Giant palico life. I'm sitting here looking at my tea, and I'm like, that is really, really faint. Like, it doesn't look like there was any tea in there, and that's because there wasn't. It was just hot water. There we go. Get in there, you. I'm going to top that off. All right. So I'm really enjoying the paralysis sword and shield. It is actually so much fun. The West is finally getting a Dragon Quest Monsters game. After over a decade, I am so happy. That is pretty exciting. I never really got into Dragon Quest. I think I played the beginning of Dragon Quest VIII. But I am aware of the series and the impact it has on, you know, RPGs as a whole. So in that regard, I'm very happy for everyone who's been looking forward to the next Dragon Quest game. Jesus Christ, Enix, release a mainline Dragon Quest already. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys saw the new 2D Mario game that they announced, but that looks like fun. It looks inventive and colorful and unique, and I love it. I'm very excited for a whole bunch of brand new Monster Hunter, or sorry, not Monster Hunter, but Mario games that are really cool. We're getting a Dragon Quest III remake soon enough, as well in the style of Octopath. Ooh, that sounds cool. I love Octopath's art style. As a person who doesn't get excited about Mario games, Mario Wonder looks insanely good. That's what I was saying. Like, okay, I like playing 2D Mario games. I really do. But, you know, it's not something that I spend money on. That's a game I would spend money on. Also, Super Mario RPG, I think we're going to be doing that when that comes out. Hopefully I will have finished the original Paper Mario and Zelda and Pikmin 4 by that time. But I do want to play those. Yes, 10 Nordics. Or YS 10 Nordics. I'm not familiar with 10 Nordics as a series. Also, AR, it is your turn to post. Feel free to post something. I'm trying to remember AR. I think that's, who is AR? Because they don't go by the usual name. It's not Zephyr. That's Zephyr. It's Hellfire, right? Hellfire, you AR? Maybe I'm just entirely off. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, no. After this, I'm going to go grab my bike and head down to this local Smash Brothers tournament that is happening today. I did pretty okay yesterday. I didn't lose all my games. I won one in each of the games I entered, so that was a pretty good feeling. Yeah. This is a quest. I'm down to do something like this. Also, I wonder, so what happens if I augment this sword? Is there other things I could do with it? Choreo weapon crafting. Enable. Yeah, we'll use one of you because we have a lot of you, and one of you because, you know, we have more of you than the other one. Yeah, that's the one we're going to put on there. Do I have a 30? I do have a 30. I can throw one Dire Claw on there. Perfect. I've changed the bowgun on my set because the recoil was abysmal. Understandable. I relate to that. I am not a huge fan of high recoil bowguns, unless there's a way to forego it. For example, using the aerial style NGU. Alright, there we go. I have reheated my tea a little bit, and now it is steeped proper. So now we'll actually taste like tea in that hot water. Oh yeah, I still have max level on all my skills. I know gave me steadiness level 3. I know. No, steadiness is a great skill. I can't type. Happens to the best of us. But yeah, no, very excited about that. I don't know. I've got a lot of things going on this weekend, and I'm kind of looking forward to all of them. As well as, you know, obviously another Bryce stream on Saturday and some Tears of the Kingdom on Sunday. And then hopefully I hear back from a job soon. I'm going to put out more applications over this weekend as well and see what the housing market is like again. See if anything has changed. Because I really need a job first, and then I can really focus on finding a house to live in, because you can't live anywhere for free. I mean, technically you can. I could live outside for free, but I would prefer to have a place with internet and other stuff. Or stuffs. What a pretty game. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't announced anything about a new console or anything like that. Because I feel like, obviously, like, you know, making a new console is not easy by any means. And it's hard to give up an old console because you've already developed so much for it and have an understanding of how it functions. But I would like better hardware. Some days I wish I could live off the land, but then modern wonders of plumbing bring me back. Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. Indoor plumbing is a very real thing. That, I don't know, I think a lot of people forget about the conveniences that we have in our that come with being a part of our generation. Like, people always talk about cell phones. That's like one of the first thing that, you know, anybody from the 90s will talk about being different. And then obviously, you know, our parents talk about the internet and, you know, things like that. But, like, not having a cell phone was a thing. It just was. They, like I remember having a landline in my house. And if you wanted to call people, you would have to do it from, a phone attached to a cable attached to your wall. Or if you were lucky, you had a wireless phone that still had a dock system, and you could only use it like within like 20 yards of your, the base. The running water meta is busted. Agreed. Running water is very important. I'll have you know. But, like, just entertainment was very different back then. Like, if you wanted to be on the computer, you weren't going anywhere. If you wanted to be, you just had to spend time with people. And I do kind of miss there are certain aspects of that. I guess, okay. I guess we're hunting down Bashotten. I was thinking about going for more paw print tickets, but I really don't think I need them anymore. At least not unless I want to make a whole nother cat-based set. I'd been fine without eating if this had been an arena quest. Understandable. Sadly, it is not. Oh, he's coming to me. Hey, buddy. What happens if I hit you with my sword a little bit? Wow. We'll never find out. Oh my god, I didn't want to touch him. Oh, what? What the? Oh, it's a Rhinopolos. Or Boflango. It's my least favorite monster. The one that charges you and knocks you on your ass. No! Oh my god. Stay away, stay away. Okay. There we go. There we go, double hit. Down, hit twice. Oh my god. Can I get away with another quick sharpen? Please don't hit me. No! No! We'll knock you out. There. That'll do it. Oh, okay. No sleep bombing here. Oh my god, I got to maintain white sharpness. This is awesome. Oh, what? What's going on? There we go. Who keeps hitting me? What's going on? I keep, like, getting knocked back. Is my cat? Do I need to yell at my cat? Pour out some tea. It's probably my arrows. It happens. I play Gunlance. I can't complain. I have lost my right to complain about those kinds of things. I run round force 3. It's my fault. Can't complain. If so, that's a lot of damage. Oh my god, paralyzed again. Ah. What? There we go. Just, you know, invincible through everything. Yeah, I don't run Shock Absorber since it's a waste of a slot that could be damaged. Oh, what? What happened? That's right. I will use my invincible move to ignore literally everything that you just did there. Status trigger. Interpret Heart was activated. By what? There wasn't a move there. Spin move. Blast Toad. Paralysis and Zephyr. That was a solid combination of hits. He landed, got blown up, paralyzed, and then proceeded to get bonked on the head with a greatsword. I made a miscalculation. Oh? What's going on, Dope Cat? Spread 2 has 4 shots, not 5. Oh. How does that change? I like how as it died, you could see my arrow fly through the monster. Why kill two birds with one stone when you can kill a big ass bird with a sword the size of fucking Texas? Indeed. They should make a sword that is literally just Texas on a like hilt. Although Texas would probably make a better looking axe. To be perfectly fair. So the equation should be 2 times or 12 times 24. Oh, okay. 15 by times 24 is around 360. Is that right? That feels right. Zephyr, go ahead and post. All meddlings completed. That's cool. Meowcenaries have returned. That's also cool. What did they bring for me? Just a stick of all of North America on a gun and call it a sword at that point? Yeah, I would agree. We call those gun lances in Monster Hunter. Sword guns. Oh, that's right. And then I put the anomaly, or I choreographed and put on the status, which seemed to... Oh, no, it's still on there. Okay. Yeah, +4 paralysis is nothing to sneeze at. Technically, this weapon would be better off with a sharpness boost, but it's unnecessary on this weapon because I'm running Hell's or Heaven Sent. So in theory, I should never have to sharpen my weapon ever again. And even gamer lean people into the game. This quest got 1 feint. Oh, okay, that's what you mean by gamer lean. I was like, I don't really lean forward in my chair when I game. Even like in tournament, I prop my leg up on one leg on the other and then, you know, call it a day. Also, just for the record, I am going to have to leave like strictly right around 6. So if we end a quest and it's like 5 or 5:55 or something like that, I'm probably gonna end stream. Just because I gotta be somewhere at 6:30. I used 800 anomaly coins on upgrading this bow. Ooh. What you gonna do with a bow like that? I should upgrade my armor. I think that's something I should focus on doing as I play through this game. Just kind of upgrading these things, because, you know, this set could use an upgrade. You know, this set could use an upgrade. It's a shame it's just so expensive to upgrade stuff. There we go. Let me take care of all of these. Optional subquests. I always do these just because it is nice to have all of these things. Alright. I think I'm ready. Did I eat? Yeah, I did. Well, I managed to get 400 base damage and 86 element, or 76 element, by doing all the upgrades. Ah, I see. That is very impressive. I'm currently trying to hit an even bigger damage number on my greatsword set, but I've hit that point where I just need to kind of grind out anomaly quests to the point where I can forever get any kind of material I need. It is nice, though, that, you know, even if a weapon and armor set are finished, quote-unquote finished, there's still, like, plenty of things to do to upgrade it and make it even more powerful while doing the AR stuff. The funny thing is the bow it's 5 times per shot. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's insane. Are you using a spread bow, then, or are you using a rapid? I imagine spread, because rapid, I think, only fires 3 arrows at a time, even if you're using like a higher level of rapid. No, that's not true. Yeah, if you use rapid level 5, it hit 5 times. Spread. Spread is really good. I like spread bows. I prefer rapid, but that's because I like the accuracy that I get with it in regards to like maintaining damage in a single spot. But spread bows are really nice too. Take a mud beetle. Take some stamina boosting. Zephyr's upset that I took his mud beetle. The problem though is I gave up all of my elemental defense for that damage. Ah, gotcha. I mean, you know, if you're not gonna get hit, who needs the defense? You know? Just don't get hit. Like fighting an Ices player, don't get grabbed. People play this game naked all of the time. You can't upgrade your skin. I'm gonna hang out here until people jump in. The last thing I want to do is paralyze the monster before anybody else is here, and then I can't do any damage because my weapon's not built for that, and then they all show up and we cart. Or we could all show up together, I paralyze the monster, and then everyone does a shit ton of damage, and we immediately go to phase 2. Where we essentially all cart, and then we have to do it again anyway. It's like fighting an Ollie player in ROA. Don't get hit and you won't get infinitely comboed. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what ROA is or who Ollie is. Maybe I do. ROA. Oh, Rivals of Aether? Gotcha. Which character is Ollie? I do play Rivals. You mean Olivia? Like the mouse? That is her name, right? I honestly can't remember. Oh, a modded character that's basically the competitive community's baby and is constantly getting updated. Gotcha. That makes way more sense. What? Let me up there. What? Oh, there he is. He saw me. Just kind of chilling. Oh, that was a bad dodge. I tried to pop status trigger again. Oh my god! That was an even worse dodge. Goodbye, Moxie. Thank you, Cat, for doing your thing. Oh, what? What was that? There we go. First para. Hey, look at me not doing enough damage to cure the blight. Oh my god. That's right. It was a one cart, wasn't it? I totally forgot about that. I was fine. I ate for Moxie. I took the hit. I was not the one who guarded. Oof, indeed. It's okay. Run it back. Repost. That's how we do things here. There we go. At least that brought me up to rank 275. Dang, nice. Alright, let's try this again. But this time, let us not cart all at once. We will be careful. We will be sneaky and sly. And most importantly, none of us will die. I got Moxie. Which in this fight basically means I might not die. How are the hunts? They're going. Yo, welcome Afro Taku Media. Today is I show off an exciting new feature. We have closed captions available for anybody who can't understand what I'm saying or can't hear me. It is an amazing feature that took me almost an hour to get together, but I'm very happy with how it turned out and how it's functioning. So the hunts are going well though. We've gotten a couple done. We've failed a couple as well, you know. I am playing this very, very fun Sword and Shield set that I finally finished putting together that is meant only to paralyze. It does very little damage, and yeah, that basically sums it up. Oh, and it's got crap sharpness. But the set is functional, and that's what we care about. I can show it off real quick while we're waiting for stuff to begin. So it's just the Tempest set, right, with the cat-like tread. And the abilities we currently have is Latent Power, Evade Window, Wide Range, Crit Boost. And then we have Paralysis Attack, Slugger, Item Prolonger, Free Meal, Wirebug Whisperer, Status Trigger, Heaven Sent, Interpret Heart, Wind Mantle, and Inspiration. Wind Mantle, we got lucky. It was on a decoration, so that really worked out for us. Although I am kind of, no, the evasion, I do think about putting Evade Window on there every once in a while. I don't think I got one of those. Yeah. Poison Toad. Mud Beetle. Slide into the defense and take a route. Grab a Paratoad. More attack and defense. Emotional support lurk. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Meet the Boy. How are you doing today? I need all the emotional support I can get these days. Hope you're doing okay, though. Take some shiny materials. Get some more anomaly quests. Yeah, just sleepy. Understandable. Have you gotten to see this set yet? It's my paralysis set. It is very good at paralyzing the monster. Not if it's been less than 4 days old, then it is brand new to you. It's still brand new to me. We kind of just finished putting the polish on it, so to speak. Alright, I guess we approach. May we not cart. We got status trigger off, which means I can do this. And then Heaven Sent is activated. Ah, we could have dodged that. Maybe. Alright, back off. Roll around a little bit. Hit him with triple paralysis. Very good. Thank you, Interpret Heart. Alright, well, we're going to be very lucky if I can actually manage to... if I can actually manage to beat out this, virus. I'm trying to remember what a frenzy. If I can beat out the frenzy, we'll be in good standing. But it just got significantly harder. Take me with you. Oh, can't take a snow beetle, can I? Is this not a way through here? I thought it was. It kind of is. Just kind of, though. Oh, watch your health, AR. This is one of the spooky fights. One feint. Okay. Big cat play. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You angry. Oh! Alright, we got our blue sharpness up. Do a combo. Oh my god. I'm alive. I can't believe I am alive currently. That was so much damage. Can you stop that? I just got the blight off of me, and now you put it right back on me. Ow. That's interesting. I got sent around the corner. What am I doing? I need to step off and heal. There we go. Oh! I keep bouncing. It's throwing me off. I used to run Mind's Eye, and now I'm thinking about putting it back on here. Oh, I'm shocked I didn't get hit by that. Oh my god, I got set on fire. Roll, roll. Do a spin move. Put as much paralysis as we can. Hey, we got it off. Step back, go in. Pop a heal. Keep everyone healthy. Come on, Miko. I believe in you. Do the cool thing. Fleeta Foot. Nobody even knows what that does. That's not helpful to our cause. Status trigger. That was a lot of paralysis I just inflicted on him. I guess it doesn't matter if I use the Buddy Recon because this is a one feint. There we go. That way. Oh my god, I am gonna get... Oh my god, what happened? Interp part. Okay. Ooh, please be okay here. What? Trying to inflict as much paralysis as I can in this situation. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I can't see anything. Everything is exploding. It's all the color purple and white. I can't see shit. Oh my god. Well, sorry, Zephyr. I don't think we're going to be able to get this one done this round. That was unfortunate placement. It was. He kind of just, like, went to the corner. All I could do was hold shield and just pray that, you know, I could block it all. I got hit with a bad mechanic. Stun. Yeah, I feel that. Stun is a rough one. You know, I'm kind of clamoring for a melee / ranged hybrid in Monster Hunter. I mean, yeah, that would be really cool. I thought Gunlance was going to be that, but it wasn't. It would have been nice, though, if it was. Reward. I think this is a pretty good quest, if everyone can join it. It's a 4-time feint. And I guess that's just long-range shelling Gunlance. I mean, like, almost. But, like, long-range shelling does not really mean that. Stun while in a downward slope halfway while being hit with one of the strongest homing AoE attacks in the game. Oh, was that Final Fantasy, you know, Mario Party 8, you know, thrice candy nonsense? I imagine if there was a new one, it would just be a Gunblade. I don't know. I could see a case being made for, I'm trying to think if there is actually any. Like, what if there was like a, oh, you know what you want? You want a spear. Not a spear, a javelin weapon. So the way that it would work is that, you know, while you have it in your hand, you can throw it like a spear at the monster. And you have like a pack of like 5 javelins that you throw at the monster, but you have to collect them if you throw them. Divine Reaper King, yo, hello, how are you doing today? No, but like a gun. Fine. You have a gun that fires javelins that also doubles as a spear if it's in your hand. I thought the javelin idea was cool. I want a javelin weapon in Monster Hunter. You just run around throwing spears at things. But no, how are you doing today, Divine Reaper King? I hope you're, oh, okay. Yeah, we can change it up. You said yours is 157. I posted like one, okay. Well, I mean, that would be the next, oh, and that one's a 2-quester. Perfect. This one is perfect. It's short, so, you know, we gotta do the damage. You have a gun with a shank plastered to it with Gorilla Glue. Who's my favorite monster to hunt? Oh, that's a good question. In this game or just in Monster Hunter as a whole? Just suffering fighting very old, powerful Malzeno. Malzeno is the worst. You cannot join. What? What is going on here? Fine. We're stepping back even further. This one. Everyone can join this one. This is the one that we're doing now. This game. Okay. Let's see. Favorite monster to fight. I really like Zinogre. We don't really get to fight a lot of Zinogre because his stuff ain't that good. But I really wish that we had had a higher powered Zinogre because he is a fun monster to fight. He's got big body, so you can hit him. But, like, he also has this, he can, like, kind of stun lock you if you're not careful. So you still have to be very careful in the way that you approach and deal with him. Otherwise, you will get absolutely mauled. And so it has, like, this, you know, like sometimes fighting a monster that has, you know, what I call chicken leg syndrome, Stygian Zinogre? I mean, yeah, I like Stygian Zinogre. He's not in this game, though. There's, like, Apex Zinogre, right? That's, like, the closest, I guess. But, like, we don't really have, like, a high-level Apex Zinogre, I don't think. There's a higher powered Zinogre in the Hazard version of the quest. Ooh. So yeah, that would probably be my favorite fight if I had, if I fought in it yet. I haven't actually gotten the chance though. I'm still, climbing that AR. Afflicted Apex Zinogre. Oh boy. I'm just saying, I like the fight. I think it's fun. He's easy to hit. He does a lot of cool things. But yeah. What about you, Afrotaka? Afrotaku Media. What's your favorite monster to hunt? I think there's a lot of fun monsters to hunt though overall in this game, so it's like kind of I'm not like, wow, that's my favorite and it's the only one I like to fight. Gross. Gross. I'm trying to think. Which one is that? My brain is drawing a blank. You're thinking of Gore Magala, are you? Oh, Gross Harag. Yeah, no, I really wish that they had done something more with this design. The Hammer and Sickle monster is easily one of the coolest design monsters in the game, in my opinion. Hands down. Afflicted Primordial Apex Molten Shrieking Violet Roggy is my favorite monster. That is funny. Lunagon, because it's easy to learn but hard to master the fight. I would agree with that. I still struggle against that monster in particular. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of something else. Lunagon is like the one that swims around and puts people to sleep, right? Am I right when I say that? Or am I mixing them up with someone entirely different? Oh, the Ice Werewolf. Oh man, I totally forgot he was in the game. He is really cool though. I really wish that I wish there was more. I don't know. I feel like we see a lot of the same monsters in this game. At least, like, most often posted, if that makes sense. Ow. How very not cool of you, buddy. Oh my god. Ow. Okay, now you can leave me alone. That was upsetting. Never forget the Michael Bay monster, aka Afflicted, Risen, or the Silver, or Gold, Violet, or Flaming, or just 90% of the game. Accurate. There's so many, like, different pretexts for monster names now. It's like kind of insane. It does make me kind of wish, like, if there's something I really appreciated about the way World was done, is that there were so many unique monsters in the game. They weren't like, it wasn't like 10 billion variations on like the same monsters, but like there really were just tons and tons of monsters. Okay, I'm gonna use this term once, and I will not be using it again. We are currently feeding That is when you are split up as a team and individually going in to approach the monster. It's an Overwatch term. Volcana killed you. Oh, okay, never mind. We are not feeding. We're getting ambushed. Yeah, most of them have at least one massive explosion. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's fine. I think a monster having a like if you're gonna create variants, like it's cool that they all kind of have something similar in that regard. Wow, my status trigger is already over. That is so sad. Oh no, that's not what I wanted! Okay, there we go. Yo, Divine Reaper King, thank you so much for the follow. It means a lot. Hope you're doing well today. We appreciate you. Alright, he's coming here. He's gonna turn around, he's gonna hit me really, really, really hard because he's gonna think it's funny. Yeah, but it gets old. Every monster has the version with a massive explosion, and also knowing that the hazard flaming, I don't think I... Oh, shit, I do run wide range on this. Or not wide range, but, breathe. Breath jewels. But also knowing that the hazard flaming has been spams its explosion, which is basically a one-shot. Yeah. Yeah. Very few people have the tankiness in order to actually survive that monster's attack. That's right. I will absolutely dodge it with my ability. You stole my stamina? But why? What would you need that for? Oh my god, that's so much nonsense. Smacked him in the face once. Very hard. Ow. I feel inflicted Lunageron investigations are painful when you unlock... Oh, I don't actually have breath. Never mind, I was wrong. And I don't carry antidotes on me. That's also very fun. They're aggressive to the point where they are able to one-shot you. Yeah, I would agree with that. They're definitely a very intimidating monster because they actually remind me of Primordial Malzeno a little bit, where their combos are especially long. So you kind of have to spend some time actually kind of learning how they like to move around. And it's cool that they have like two forms. I like the multi-formed monsters. Where's he at? There he is. Come on. Lots of paralysis, please. There we go. There's another paralyze. Go back, step in. Oh my god. Hit from up in the stratosphere. Fallen poison. Ooh, that was actually quite good. Thank you, Heaven Sent, for activating again. Oh my god! Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Let's see, where did he go? There he is. Oh my god, I'm like, he's targeting Dope Cat, but it looked like he was targeting me, so I was performing very bad rolls. And the chase continues with some Flame Nuts. I do like that the Lunagon has two forms, but have two different weak spots to hit him. Like, it's hard and very hard in the Werewolf, and it's Hind Legs while normal form, while it's the head in the front. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's also a very cool. Alright. Oh my god! I am so glad I managed to dodge that. This damage is sad. Spin move. That's right. Fully invincible, unstoppable, can't hit me. It's like I'm fighting Devil Joe all over again. Devil Joe's a cool monster. He really bothered me a lot when I first started playing the game, but he's grown on me throughout the years. Big heals for everyone. Oh my god, just went right over him. Go for him to sharpen here. There we go. I'm so glad that they gave this weapon white sharpness in comparison to GU, because it almost felt unusable back in GU. Oh, he's not leaving. Come on. More para. Nope. Yeah, I won't be able to block that. Think of my reaction to Devil just showing up for the first time in 3U. I imagine that'd be pretty, actually terrifying. Did he swim in 3U? Some Devil Jaw lore I'm missing. Big heals for everyone. Oh my god. Definitely getting hit here. Oh my god. I was 14 at the time. Yeah. Devil Jaw's a very intimidating monster. It reminds me of, I don't know, when I always think of, like, one of the first times I was genuinely scared while playing a video game, like, startled by something intimidating, it was the, ancient, it was like the giant robots from Breath of the Wild. Like the second you hear the piano music roll in, it's you know that something is going on. You're like, oh my god, what is happening? Why am I horrified? Oh my god, that's some big damage. Big heal for everyone. Nope. Oh my god, jump into the cave. Alright, I have a mud beetle, blast beetle, puppet, and marionette spider. Is this area? No. I'm waiting for a circle area to use the puppet spider. Although it's probably better to use that now and then use the marionette spider when I get to a better area. Or an area like that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's knock him down, and then I'll go for a para and a blast. I kind of want to keep him in an open area. Just a little bit. There we go. Then we'll throw the para thing here. Oh, I run around over here and do more para. Swap to blast. Oh, but mud beetle. Throw it on the toad. Oh, I got it off. I was sitting there watching my meter and like, can I build this up fast enough? I'm gonna mash it. Nearly did not have enough wire bug to deal with that. Oh, what? That hit me? Are you kidding me? That's a joke. And not a funny one. You're gonna try and beat up Primordial Malzeno? Alright, good luck. That monster is rough. Alright, I'm gonna switch sets. I need to be doing damage. This set is good at, you know, CCing, but not at damage. It'd be really good for the rampage stuff though. Alright, we run it back. I have to do it by myself because I have no Nintendo Switch Online. Very sad. Oh no! I've got like another 3 years of Nintendo Switch Online. The way I managed that is honestly very funny, but yeah, I haven't actually had to pay for Nintendo Switch Online in a very long time. Funnily, I have yet to actually faint to Primordial Malzeno despite doing enough to get most of the set. That is quite impressive. I most certainly have carded on Primordial Malzeno. Sometimes I cart all 3 times when fighting Primordial Malzeno. Alright, this is the set to do it. My damage. See you around in maybe an hour or 2. Alright, I will be ending stream in probably an hour, just as a heads up. But, while you're still here, I will be streaming again, if not tomorrow, Saturday. So if you want to, I do have a Discord if you want to pop in there. Oh my god, what? Okay. Yes, I agree to my own rules. No, I have an account. Hello? What is going on? Chat. No, log in. Yes. Oh my god. Somebody type in !Discord for me. Thank you. Thought I'd turn that off. Twitch login verification code. There we go. Thank you, chat. Okay. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, that link's right there. Saudi was having issues with it the other day, but nobody else seems to have been since then. So seems like things are going pretty well in that regard. Oh, and that's my tea. Man, bow is such a good weapon in this game. Like, I'm honestly surprised at how much damage it can it manages to be able to deal in this game. Like, I'm kind of curious if it's always been able to do that kind of damage to things, because like this is the first Monster Hunter game I played where numbers are apparent. But I have a very good bow set in GU, and it just never really felt like I was competing with anybody who was also running a decent set for whatever weapon type they were using. Bow is fun, just holding charge and pressing dodge. Yeah, no, that's accurate. Ooh, a Blastoad. So much movement, indeed. We're going to try and use a Paratoad on this thing, because I would love to hit him with the double Blastoad action. No, bow is a fantastic weapon. I really wish that they kept in some sort of version of the aerial version of it. But, oh well. Otherwise, I'd play the hell out of aerial bow. What did that say? Oh, unique item. Some sap stump? Okay. Godbug Copal. No idea what Copal is. Not sure I want to know. Sleep it and run. That'd be pretty funny. Or is that exactly what you did? Oh, look at that. He do be sleeping. Oh, and he woke up. Like, pretty much immediately. No scream? That's what I did. Oh my god. Stay away from me, I just want to do damage to you. Oh my god, the small monsters got in my way. I blame them. I'm gonna die. That was upsetting. The boggies totally got right in my face and screwed me. I don't know if you guys saw that. But I was stepping to the side. I could have dodged both of those big, poison blasts, or at least one of them. But no, so they had to stand right there. Ruined my day. Oh, I've almost got that sub camp. That'd be nice. That'd at least be, you know, the silver lining for this hunt. So. Oh my god, I totally fucked that up. I popped the exact wrong special at the wrong time, and now I'm gonna probably die for it. Please heal me. Oh my god. Yes. I'm willing to go back in and faint again. It was close. I came very close to fainting just then. Setting sun, swap abilities, and start blasting. Oh my god, what are you doing here? Ah! Dude, why? Why you gotta be so far away from me, dude? Why must you be out of my crit range? Alright. Somebody asks me today, Chameleos is my least favorite monster currently. Because this is upsetting. Come on, dude. Why don't you be nice? That's right. Sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. He's right. Oh my god. I cannot believe I managed not to get hit by that. Can I join? Yeah, if spot opens up. That's, but yeah, the next spot that opens up, it's all yours. There we go. Damage, 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 damage. Look how much damage this is doing comparatively to my stupid sword and shield set. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the sword and shield set I currently have only exists as an excuse for me to play sword and shield and make it feel like I am not doing nothing. But unbeknownst to everyone, I am still doing nothing when I play Sword and Shield. There we go. Look at the pierce damage. That is depressing. Oh, I countered the first hit, and then he went up and did it again. I was not anticipating the second hit. Alright, Dope Cat, it is now your turn to post. That's it. I pass. What's the term? Mitsu time. There we go. That's a monster we can fight. You should just copy my poison SNS build. It's dumb and does good damage. Chameleos is a bastard. I hope the IRS naps him on account of a tax evasion. That's yeah. If you were to like be like, which monster commits tax evasion? Chameleos. Easy. Easiest question to ever exist. Could run this. If we're fighting Mitsu, I'm down to run this weapon. Spirit Bird Evasion. There we go. And Theft. There we go. We're gonna see how well I remember how to play Charge Blade. That is the goal. I really do like. I love the plushie when it's sheathed, but as a weapon, it looks so confusing. Like, it doesn't even look like a thing when it's in its weapon form. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to rework the paralysis set, but like maybe use the Violet Mitsune set instead. Oh! You guys want a spoiler on that submarine that went missing? A submarine went missing? Are you referring to Monster Hunter, or is this a real life event? Now I'm just confused. IRL Babo. I look, I haven't been keeping up with the news in the same way that, you know, maybe most people do. To be perfectly honest, I've actually been keeping up with the news far more than I normally do, just on a day-to-day basis. It's breaking news everywhere. The submersible? I have no idea. The one that had millionaires on it. Yeah, what's going on? Fill me in. When you say went missing, why did it go missing? Anywho, it imploded. Oh my god. That is yeah, that's kind of tragic. Is that why they built it? Was to go and see the Titanic? That's insane. Funnily enough, it was the CEO was on there who designed the Chappie submersible. Basically, it was a privately owned company that surveyed the location where the Titanic sank, and had made it had cut some corners when it was made. I mean, it sounds very similar to the situation that happened with the Titanic, where they cut corners and then, you know, hit an iceberg and didn't have enough lifeboats. You control the thing with a $20 Reno game controller? Really? So, like, you know, the car from What is it, Men in Black 2, when it like shoots out a plate PS2 controller? Call it the Titanic episode 2. I think it's a little too soon. It is, oh yeah, of course they should have tested it. That's like, that's basic engineering 101. Engineering and design. This stream went through more testing than that thing did. Is it? I guess, yeah, that's... No, that's pretty slow, too. Give me that last piece of grass. There's nothing in that grass. Oh, but it did charge my meter all the way up. Money does not equal common sense, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. And some people believe that it does. You know, there's like this idea that, you know, because you have money, therefore you must know something that nobody else does. You know? Oh, no blast toad for me. That's okay. Look at that angry monster down there. Ow. Titanic is 15,000 feet below the ocean. Yeah, that's an incredible amount of pressure. Oh, and I just mounted it, I guess. Bonk. Come on. Damage. Oh, sad. No big damage. That's it. This one needs to be sharpened. Technically, I'd say that fortunate, since they were actually smart, we would be living in a world of Monopoly. I mean, you know, you're assuming that we don't already kind of live in a world of Monopoly. And also there are laws to prevent monopolies in theory, but I mean, obviously there are people who are smart enough to get away with it. And they exist, and they have. Oh, I'm not even focused on the monster. No wonder I'm sliding all over the place with my camera. Very good, Hans. I actually felt like I did damage. Good stuff. I do believe it is AR's turn to post next, if memory serves correct. This bow build is fun since I use no stamina when attacking due to Heaven Sent. That's pretty cool. I actually have a bow build that does something very similar to Hellfire. But it utilizes Coalescence instead of Heaven Sent in order to have infinite stamina. So I lose health, but I mean it's something that I can actually like manage as a resource instead of it being like, oh well, you just played well enough for a long period of time. But it encourages me to play well because I am losing health drastically. Maybe I'll play that next. Is the damage good on it? I don't know. It's not perfect. It could be way better, but it's a good set. Alright, I'm off. Thanks for the hunts. Gonna go play through World and Iceborne with Gilnance now, because why not? Sounds like fun. Alright. Well then, I will see you later, Dope Cat. Thank you so much for hopping in. Is Afrotaku Media still here? Because if they are, there's now an open spot available to them. Yeah, this is the set that I like running. Crit I +7, Resentment, Critical Boost, Normal Rapid Up, Coalescence, Strife. And then it's got Reload Speed, Part Breaker, Bloodlust, Berserk, Focus, Constitution, Spirit Recall, Mental Exploit, and Quick Breath. Hey, you are here. If you need the lobby ID, it's directly at the top of the stream. There we go. Oh. I just bought it like it was a GU. Alright, AR, go ahead and post. Hey, there they are. Ooh, a Garden Golem. Yeah, Garden Golem. Yo, Energy Surge, how's it going? Welcome, how are you doing today? I believe Monster Hunter monsters are stronger than Dark Souls characters. Trying to get all the gestures? Understandable. I don't blame you for that. Gestures are cool. I was unaware that you had unlocked them. Dark Souls characters have more iframes than Monster Hunter characters? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is very true. I really need to see if there's a mod that switches Gargoyle's model for a Donkey Kong model. Have I seen the new gesture? I don't think I have. Is this an event quest in order to get the new gesture? Monster Hunters also don't take fall damage. This is also true. Also, if you for me, the thing that I look at is the fact that Gunlance exists as a weapon to be able to A, swing that around, and B, also take the recoil from, you know, basically having a stick of dynamite at the end of a stick that is in your hands, that weigh probably close to half a ton. Yeah, I think we got it. It's a desert quest with Baroth, Basirios, and Diabalo's Hunt, but you get 3 gestures. Ooh, that sounds cool. I'll have to do that another time, or, you know, maybe we run that after this. Also can survive a Nova Blast, only with strong enough armor. Even DS2 characters with no agility probably have more iframes than Monster Hunter characters. DS2. Oh, Dark Souls 2. Yeah, no, that's definitely true. There really isn't a whole lot that you can dodge through unless you're running like evade window up. That's like kind of the only exception to being able to make a case for yeah, look at that damage. No, I'm joking. I know. Oh, that is not the right special. But that's okay. We didn't get punished for it. Ah. Alright, we got everything nice and going. We're going to pop a Herculean draw. There we go. That should enable us to keep doing big damage. Ooh, that's not good. We're going to pop back. How about you stop chasing me like this, dude? What did I do to, you know, deserve this, other than shoot you a lot with arrows? Aim for the arms. I am aiming for the arms. Oh, that's really not good. Oh my god. Will you leave me alone? This is one of those monsters I really don't fight often enough against. For a bolt boost. Oh, and of course. Thank you, Basirios, for showing up just in time. You're screaming at me. my god. I thought that was going to kill me. Actually, it might have. It might have just barely missed. Nobody's riding him. Alright, we'll switch back. Yo, Origami Norigami, how's it going? How are you doing today? Come on, get this health. No, I'm not gonna get it. Okay, there we go. That's the exact proc I was waiting for. Tired, understandable. I feel that. I know today's gonna be a long day. I'm kind of looking forward to having tomorrow off from work and being able to like get out of the house. Step off, try to focus shot. Oh my god, Gravios, why are you chasing me all over the place? Alright, we're actually in good form, so high health. Switch over. Gravios, you piece of crap! There we go. Gravios just out here causing problems. As he squishes my cat. Cannot believe him. Monster is nothing but a bully. What the shiny? Come on. Give me the shiny. Thank you. That's not a Gravios, that's Basirios. The worst early game monster. I would agree with that. I actually do like Gravios, but Basirios I'm not a huge fan of. Now some might say they're basically the same thing, to which I would say yes, but not actually the same thing. Very good, very good, very good. They're the same creature but at a different point in their lives. There we go. That makes sense. So Basirios is literally just like a adolescent Gravios. Yo, Raze, how's it going? We're out here playing some Monster Hunter. Basirios over Ketsu. How are you doing today? I'm writing a paper. Oh, very fun. That is the most fun thing that you can do. You know, run some gun lance. Why not? But yeah, no, I'm out here playing Monster Hunter. Zephyr, it's your turn to post, by the way. What's funny is that you've only seen me play on PC like every once in a while. I don't know if you've actually seen me play, you know, Monster Hunter on my main account, where I have all of my things that do things. Actually, you know what? Let's... Brother, I watch your streams. Oh, okay, never mind. Then you know everything. Ooh, lotto. We win the lotto every time. No, no, no. Buy. We're gonna buy more ammo. Most stuff. Gotcha, gotcha. I don't know if Zephyr heard me. It's their turn to post. I see them kind of standing there as if like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for somebody to post something. It's your turn. Post something. If it wasn't for the fact that Ketsu is needed to make Mega Demon drugs and armor skins, they would be left alone solely because of their annoyance to hunt. For me, it's the lack of music. I actually don't mind the Ketsu fight. It's just so quiet. Because honestly, I like the idea of Ketsu as like being a monster. It kind of reminds me of like the first Alien movie, but you know, without like any of the hard parts that make up the mom. Which, speaking of Alien movies, I very recently went and saw like Alien Prominence or something like that, and honestly, it was just really funny to watch a movie like that and make jokes about like, dude, why are you guys in there? For a while, nobody told me to get rid of 2 slot of brace for shock absorber. Yeah, no, I hear shock absorber is significantly better than brace. You wouldn't be hitting Ketsu if you saw its Dark Souls equivalent, or what its Dark Souls equivalent is. I haven't seen it, and I don't hate Ketsu. Oh, can we all join this one? I think so. Yeah. Zephyr was the one who posted it. Of course we're able to join it. I think Zephyr was the one who couldn't join the quest that I posted last time. But yeah, no. We're going to tear this monster apart. But yeah. I'm glad that heavy bowgun is still like my most hot like DPS set. Because it feels good to say that I main it and then still for it to be the best set that I own. But I want to go further. Maybe I have some subconscious reaction to the idea of having a weapon that isn't heavy bowgun doing more damage than my heavy bowgun. Then I'd have no reason to play the weapon I love the most. I'm cool with my new updated skills. What's the what are the new updated skills that you are referring to? It is a very cool outfit. I'll give you that. The Dark Souls equivalent is called the Imperfect. Interesting. I'd have to check that out. Although that is a very fitting name for a creature like Amatsu, or not Amatsu, but Ketsu. It feels like a very imperfect creature. Like, it honestly kind of reminds me of axolotls a little bit, where they didn't quite finish evolving. Because an axolotl is literally just a salamander that never crawled up onto land, essentially. It's just an adolescent salamander, but normally it never like finishes its transformation. It's an all-black creature in an area that is very dark. No, axolotls are very cool. But they are essentially just adolescent salamanders that were never able to finish maturing. If they don't have enough water, they turn into salamanders. There we go. Honestly, a very strange creature. Like the whatever axolotl and salamanders are, you know, I'm sure there's a Latin term for the animal, and I hope it's the same. I'd be very upset if they changed the name when they are basically the exact same creature. Yeah, amphibians. No, I'm not referring to the amphibians. I'm talking about like the overall, like that's the singular thing that is an axolotl salamander. In the same way how, we call them frogs and tadpoles, but I'm sure that there's a Latin name that basically just, you know, they have one Latin name together. Extended my dodge distance, more crits, but the build's MVP is the part breaker and blood, right? Ah, that's cool. Ambystoma mexicanium. There we go. Watch, that's gonna be on my I'm gonna be like, so I've been going to trivia once a week with a group of people, and it's been great fun. I love trivia. And every week I'm able to get one question like with absolutely no hesitancy to what the answer is. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is that, and do not put anything else. The first one was, what is the Spanish word cochiena mean? Which translates to, say it with me, chat, kitchen. And then the other one this past weekend was, what was St. Patrick? Or St. Patrick is known for driving coochie. No. And then the other question that I got perfectly right was, what was, or St. Patrick was known for driving which creature out of Ireland? Which, if you guys will all say it with me, snakes. Yeah, it was snakes. St. Patrick was known for driving coochie. Excuse me, what? That'd be actually hilarious. That's right, he drove all the coochie out of Ireland. I was like, why is the dangerous music playing? Oh, there's a crab. Got it. Clip it. But yeah, no. And so, like, there's a few areas of knowledge that I don't know. So far, every time I go, there's a tennis question. And it's always something like, which tennis player won the gold medal in 1942 for, you know, women's singles? And I'm like, I don't know. And the last one was like, this famous this famous tennis player set the world record for women's singles in 1987. What was that tournament where she set a world record? Apparently, it was the French Open. I don't know. Things like that. Yeah, damage. Please don't jump at me. Please, no, don't do that. That's exactly what I asked you not to do. Saw you wanting to, and I was like, please don't. I want to do more damage to you. See if I can kill all this back. I got a lot of it. Alright, here comes the damage. What? Oh, Interpret Heart kicked in. That's what happened there. Oh, what's on fire? What's burning at my feet? Yeah, no, I'm out of there. I don't want to deal with that anymore. Thank you, Interpret Heart, for being, you know, a bowgunner's best friend. Hello? Oh, I got it! I didn't even realize I was charging it. That was not at all what I did. I wanted to cancel and pop a special and then cancel again. Like that, and then like that, and then like that. That way I can post up and do more damage. So much damage. Oh no, ABR. Or AR. It's funny how much damage this monster really does. Just get Serena or versus Williams. Blank open, usually pretty close. I'm gonna guess the British Open. I don't know. Again, I don't follow tennis. Oh, you just guessed Serena or Venus Williams and the blank open. Yeah. No, that was the one thing I did get right. I was like, they were like, oh, I bet it's like, I don't know, the French tournament. And I was like, no, no, no. If you just throw the word open at the end. They were like, why would we do that? And I'm like, because they're all called opens. Shrapnel, because it's a free KO, assuming I don't get hit by rocks. I got hit by rocks. That's upsetting. Come on, buddy. Can't have that much health left. Yeah. And despite being a musician, I'm actually really bad at the music questions because they're all genres of music I don't know enough about. I really only have answers to really niche musicians, which is really good sometimes. Thank you, Interpret Hearts. Kit Nader, do it. Miko, I need you to fire that thing! You missed! Cat failed me. I can't believe this. I'm probably running out of bullets now. Oh, nice and overheated. We're out. Internal ammo time. Okay, I guess I could have kept shooting. What? You yelled again? Alright, don't miss this time. It's Kit Nader time. Oh my god. You missed again! Ow. Come on, come on, come on. I'm not even in the healing dust. Please, 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 please. Mash, 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 mash. Oh my god, that was way too close. This thing is super tanky. Yeah, lag coming in clutch. The monster raised its arm, lag kicked in, and I didn't get punished. Oh. Ouch. Well. Zephyr, you got very lucky. I was right there and able to shield bash you. I hope I actually saved your life there. I didn't just, it's mildly inconvenienced you. Oh my god. Did I get that off? I guess I did. Oh, Interpret Heart kicked in. That's why I was able to get that. And then I... Interesting. That's a weird strat. I'm going to have to keep that in mind. So if you have Interpret Heart and you're getting hit by a multi-hit kind of move, but you're playing heavy bowgun, you can actually counter the second part that would normally punish you. For popping your counter special. Yeah, too far away. God, he is so violent. Angry monster. Damage. Oh, that's his back leg, lol. Oh yeah, this is it. He's dead. Oh, maybe not. Solid. Good stuff. Alright, I have enough time for one more hunt. This is the last one. No matter what. And we gotta move fast. So I'm gonna skip my turn and let Afrotaku post. Because they jumped in, they haven't gotten the chance. But we cannot fail this quest. You actually did save me. Thank you for coming in clutch, Babo. No problem. That might have been the game-winning save. That one shoulder bash. In all honesty. Because I think we only have one more cart left, right? Yeah. Guys, I found a giant flower. Look at it. It's so big. That one felt like a restrictionless one. Look at the size of this flower I found. Oh! I love the sound it makes when you break a large item like that. It's like, like it's the most like devastating noise they could ever think to program into a game. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Lottery. Ooh, crystal cluster. We don't win that. Sad. There are new event quests? There are new event quests. Ooh, a Hazard Valk. Volcano is such a cool monster. It's probably it's one of the coolest monsters to come out of World in my opinion. Oh, that's right. I did bump the Rampage slot up one, so that way I could equip that, and then I guess I just need to add more anomaly slots, right? I have no regrets bumping my anomaly up because that allows me to do some pretty crazy stuff with the damage. Let's see. Both these are weak to ice. Yo, it's the Spoken Sage. Hey, how are you doing? Adding a whole bunch of fruit to the fruit counter, I see. I do have a counter, so thankfully I will be able to keep up with this. Hellfire, give me a topic. Alright, what's going on? Did I join the quest? I guess not. Rant on Chameleos. Alright, so let's talk about Chameleos for a second. It is probably one of the most painful monsters that you're ever going to have to deal with. In all honesty. Okay, it throws not only regular poison, but the most toxic poison that you can think of into your face. And if you don't run something to deal with that, you're going to just spend the whole fight either ticking your health away or you gotta take 5 seconds to pop an antidote just to heal off some crazy ass status ailment. Not only that, but it completely invalidates abilities like Moxie, which is almost necessary for certain hunters to survive certain hits. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the other parts of it. The fog obscures everything. You can't see anything, which doesn't even matter because he has full, complete invisibility. So even if he didn't throw out the fog, which now obscures all the tiny monsters around you, he himself is completely unnoticeable, unseeable. He sneaks up behind you, he steals your shit, and then dodges tax evasion because turns invisible again and dips out. That is just the nature of Chameleos. That is how he functions as a monster. It is the absolute worst. Sage is doing okay, preparing for next week, kind of nervous. How am I? I'm doing okay. You know, always could be better these days, but, you know, working through it. I'm really hoping to find a job soon. It's that's kind of freaking me out, is not having a job, because until I find a job, I can't move out. And if I can't move out, then, you know, I continue to live at my grandparents' house, which, you know, isn't the end of the world, but certainly can feel like that way sometimes. But how are you feeling? I know you're moving to Taiwan soon, or traveling to Taiwan soon. What about Flaming Espinas and Burning Nova Poison? Not the best? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you just, like... I hope that when you get there, you feel better about it. You know? If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. It is so very far. I do agree with that. What's like the what's the time zone difference? Is it like 12 hours from the East Coast in Taiwan? 12 or 13 hours is what I'm thinking. Yo, Rin Afton, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing today? 12 hours exactly? Gotcha. So it's like a midnight to afternoon kind of situation. That's pretty crazy. Good. Glad to hear it. Do you have a favorite Monster Hunter game and favorite weapon type, Rin? But yeah, no, I can understand that. The nervousness of traveling quite so far. It'll be whack as fuck. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I can't imagine it not being or feeling whack. I mean, it's an entirely different culture too, you know. But I will say it's nice seeing you here, Sage. Makes me happy. Rise / Sunbreak and Switch Axe. Ooh, very cool. Switch Axe is a very cool weapon. Oh man, I am not used to playing this weapon. You seem happy. It's nice to see you smile. I hope you have a nice day too, Sage. And if you need anything, please let me know. You know I'm here. It's super nice to see you pop in here. I'm trying to smile these days. You play any other Monster Hunter games, Rin? But my main 3 weapons are Switch Axe, Bow, and Hammer. Gotcha, gotcha. Pinky promise. Yes. Pinky promise as well. Never. Rise is my first Monster Hunter. Ooh, that's a good one. It's a good one to start with. That was not the ability I thought I had available to me. It's a good thing you missed. Spooky monster. Hit him again. Oh. There we go, some decent head damage. Yep. Oh, well, this is where it gets spooky, right? Oh, I couldn't get over here fast enough. I burned all of my abilities in order to try and cut Malzeno off at the gate. But that does mean that this dude is probably around half health, which is oh no. Did we just get locked in here with both of them? Ooh, I think it just got paralyzed. I think my cat just threw a Paratoad at me. Oh, this is really bad. Come on, get up. No, Rise is a super fun game, though. If you do get the chance, though, I highly recommend GU if you're, like, wanting to do more Monster Hunter games on the Switch. I do take it that you play mostly on the Switch if you're here. I don't see a whole lot of PC people come in. Ooh, that was a nice blade scale, huh? Yeah, no. Man, this hunt is actually going far better than I imagined it would. Ooh, getting blown up a little bit. Do a quick skill swap, get rid of the para. Sharpen my weapon. Yeah, switch, but I don't have Sunbreak. Once I get it, I'm going to grind on it. Totally understandable. Sunbreak is a fantastic... It's worth it. Let me put it that way. Like, all of the other DLC that they have is, like, you know, if you're interested in, like, having more cosmetics and music and, you know, emotes or whatever, like, that's all things that you can do. But it's never gonna change your gameplay. Just your experience. And you don't need any of it. The only things I've purchased is the plush set when that came out and the music. Besides Sunbreak itself, but you know, I was planning on buying Sunbreak this day it came out. Okay, come on. Look at all those tops. Oh, that's alright. Trying to go into demon mode. There we go. There we go. That should put me right up into it. Come on, go down. Ouch. Woo. You know, I just kind of had this thought. You know what would have been really cool for Hunting Horn is if they included some sort of ability that required you to have a level of rhythmic accuracy to, like, let's say the song in the game. So, like, you power yourself up, and if you can play to the background music, then you get a boost. Like, those are the guaranteed crits or something ridiculous. Turn Hunting Horn into a rhythm game. Oh, dang. I was trying to get around to the front. It's okay. There we go. That should take care of that. Let's see if we can break this blade here. Right all the way down to the back. Oh, I got launched. Lol. Go, keep my sharpness in check. God. Dual Blades is just insane sometimes. They just kind of let you do whatever you want all the time with no repercussions. I should have gotten hit there, but that's besides the point. We ignore that. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a big hit there. Oh, and that tree's gone. I was going to go run into that for health. Oh, I'm out of mega potions. There we go. 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 Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I got grabbed out of here. I was not the only one who got grabbed. 3 of us got grabbed. There we go. Go. Very good, very good. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. So normally when we end stream, I normally go ahead and we raid somebody and all that stuff. We're gonna find somebody as fast as possible. I will be skipping the talisman today because we'll open next stream by showcasing talisman. Deathless event quest, very nice, fellas. Ooh, I didn't even realize. But yeah, I've got somewhere to get. I gotta get going too. So we're gonna raid somebody real fast. It's gonna be great. Their name is Lunier. They're very cool. I've been raiding them recently. They're currently playing GU, which is Rin. If you haven't seen GU, this is a great time to check it out because it's super cool. But I've got to get going. So, if anybody's interested, you can join the Discord. That's when I post when I'm going to be streaming next. You can always join the, you can leave a follow. That lets me know that, that's going to happen. I do need to change the fruit counter. The fruit counter needs 5 more fruits. So that goes up to 26. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, until then, good night, sleep well, enjoy your guys' evenings, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. All right, bye.